Hi guys, Matthew here. So this video that I just showed you, which I guess is above this one, it kills me. I don't know if you've seen this film, 500 Days of Summer. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's very fun. It's a very cool film. But this particular scene in the film, I wanted to show you because I think there's such an important lesson in it to be learned, but we have to learn the right lesson from it. Now, if you watch that, I'm sure you felt in your life a moment that reflected that, where your expectations didn't meet your reality. And the truth is, we all have moments in that, like that in life, where the expectation we have just doesn't fit with what actually happens. And sometimes what actually happens is the biggest disappointment, the biggest heartbreak, and it kills us. Like in the moment, it sucks. And here's the thing, don't let anyone ever tell you that it doesn't suck. You know, when you have one of those moments, you see in that video, he shows up to the party, he thinks it's going to be an amazing night with her, and it turns out she's now engaged to someone else. Now, don't let anyone tell you when you leave that moment and you have that pain that it doesn't hurt, because it does. People will give you cliches like, you know, there's plenty more fish in the sea, or you'll be fine, it's, you know, it'll heal with time. And they'll tell you all different things that are designed to make you feel better. But ultimately, your brain is smart and knows that we feel pain right now. Now, the pain is there for a reason. But here's what we have to realize. The pain in itself is not an evil. Feeling pain when things don't go your way in your love life, when that guy doesn't text you back, when he doesn't call, when he cheats, when he leaves, when he breaks your heart, that pain is okay to feel. That means you're human. And if you don't feel any pain, that's a bad sign, by the way. Because I know some women who say, I can't get hurt by a guy. And when they say that, I know this is kind of, you know, they need to be careful, because when you're not feeling any pain, it means you've numbed yourself. And people who numb themselves, they're dead inside. They may not feel any pain, but they don't get the pleasure either. So if you feel pain in your love life and you've had some heartache and there's some guy who's hurt you, don't worry, the pain is okay. Here's what the pain means. It means you're still romantic, you're still an optimist, you still have that faith that your love life can deliver something extraordinary. So that's a great sign. That means you're one of the better people. That means you're not one of those negative people who has already said, it's never going to happen for me. I don't believe in love anymore. I don't believe it can happen. Those people are the worst kind. The fact that you get hurt means you're still an optimist, and I love that. But here's the thing. The pain is a symptom of something, right? Now that something is whatever we decided this situation means. Now let's take the situation in the video. Situation in the video is he goes to the party and he thinks this is going to be an amazing night. They're going to connect and they're going to get back together, and he gets excited about that. And it doesn't happen. She's now with someone else. The pain can come from one of two places. If it comes from him believing that she was his soulmate and he has now lost her, what's that pain going to be? What's the intensity going to be? It's going to be huge, right? He's going to now have that pain for a long, long time, maybe forever, because he's always going to think he lost his soulmate. And the result of that is crazy. It's terrible. It's going to mean he's going to not allow anyone else into his life because he thinks she was supposed to occupy that space. It's going to mean he's continuously hurt. He loses his ambition and his drive, because when you feel like you've lost your soulmate, what else matters in life? He's essentially going to be someone who now, in his love life, he's not going to see success. Let's take another type of person. Let's say that same person in that moment said, this isn't me losing my soulmate, it's just me disappointed because this person didn't turn out to be my soulmate. Now this is a much smarter type of pain to have, because in this moment, what that means is, although I'm hurt, she wasn't right for me and I can now move on to someone who might be. The pain comes from disappointment. I'm disappointed that this wasn't what I thought it was, but it doesn't come from fundamentally believing you've lost someone who was supposed to be in your life. I hope you can see the difference in those two things, because that difference is the biggest difference. It might seem like a small distinction in the moment, but over time, that difference in meaning will go on to shape our entire love lives. And people wonder, like when people come to my seminars, there'll be someone who puts up their hand and describes a situation to me that they're struggling with. And I'll figure out, based on what they say, I'll figure out what the trajectory of the next 10 years of their love life will be. And I can usually tell them what the last 10 years of their love life has been like, because I know how that decision has shaped everything that's happened to them. And people think that somehow I'm reading their mind, but it's not. For me, it's just if I know the decision or the meaning they've given that pain, I now know exactly where they're going to end up in the next 5 or 10 years. And it's that distinction that allows me to coach people very quickly to a better meaning whereby their love life starts to go on this amazing trajectory. People wonder how someone can come to my program and after 5 years of getting no dates, no guys, almost being invisible to guys, how suddenly they can go from that to getting 5 dates in a week, getting a boyfriend in a month, getting married in 6 or 12. But sometimes the fundamental difference is not what we change externally, it's what we change in here, it's what we change internally. So I know that the last video I talked about making the best of what you have, playing your hand, and that's one of the keys that we need in our love lives. We need to be able to play the hand that we're dealt. But the other key that we need is to be able to actually change the meanings we've given things over time so that it changes our whole outlook and our attitude to our love life. So that video, although it's very sad, there's a very, very crucial message there, and I know that it will speak to you. If you've ever been in pain in your love life or you're in pain now, I know that this is going to speak to you. And if you have a friend who this means something to and you know she has taken the wrong meaning from this, right? She needs to change the meaning so that the pain isn't so intense and she can move on. Please send this video to her. Tweet it, Facebook it, whatever you need to do. Send that video to the people that you love and care about so that they can reduce that pain that they're feeling. Don't make them feel bad for feeling the pain. Just show them there's a better quality type of pain to experience so that they don't have to endure it over the long term. Now, next week, I'm going to be making a big announcement. If you're enjoying these videos and you're enjoying following me and you're enjoying this content, you want more, please, please, please tune in next week because I have an announcement that really is going to take things to the next level. I can't give everything I want to give in these videos because they're broad brush stroke. I get to do it on a level where I go through a few concepts, but I can't get to the practicality of it because there's just too much. I do this in 50 hours, over a period of time, or 20 hours over a weekend. This, 50 hours is when I go away to Florida and I do my big retreats, but we do this over a long period of time. Now, what I want to do is get this stuff to you in a way that you can really digest, and I'm going to do that next week. So I hope you enjoyed this blog. I'm going to keep doing this for you, regardless of what journey you take with me. I'm going to keep putting stuff out there for you to help you in your love life. And don't forget, leave a comment. I cannot believe, by the way, how many comments we're getting on this blog. I tell you the truth, I didn't even know our blog was as big as it is. But when we're getting like 200 comments underneath a video, it blows my mind. So thank you so much for the level of interaction that you're creating. And I know that support is helping so many women in this community right now. So thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. And I can't wait to be back with you next week when I have that news. Take care. I will speak to you very soon.